Fucking boom. 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 What's up, friends? What's up? You guys are all on Periscope or Twitter or whatever it is. Oh, message off a girl who's quite pretty. I like her. Let's see what she's saying. Guys, I'm gonna basically today's session for those of you coming in. There's a lad called Bram, and he's been following these live streams. If you join the live streams regularly, you would have come across him. What else is mental? I'm not drinking. I haven't drank in 3 days. It's not fun. But there's a lad called Bram. He's been following us for like forever. He follows every live stream religiously, and he's not like oh, this pick, that pick. He's actually building his own. He's building his own Excel to track data, and he wanted some pointers on it. So I thought maybe we could bring him online, and see what. See how I could give him advice, because he looks like he's blew up 2 accounts, but he's really like studying and he's really putting the work in. So I just want to see where he's going wrong, and I thought I'd do it on live stream because it could be a place where you guys could maybe learn some stuff from him if you're on similar levels. But I'll just Bram, hit us up on the comments when you're there. Deep Trades, thank you for the 2K day. Drizzle, what up, mate? How's it going? Bram, are you here? Are you here? Hopefully I can just do this. Dun, dun, dun. This link, mate. Send it to your Instagram. Should be able to jump on. Just while he does. The trade that I took today, I'm actually still curious on watching. Evie, I mean, I'll just talk about 2 quick stocks until Bram comes on. Yeah, we'll talk about the long setups. What did I trade today? Again, I forgot. Where there? What the fuck was I short today? APDN. Oh, you're joking. Where is it? 9s. APDN. Yeah, APDN, generally when it gaps, it comes straight back down. This one day it ran and then it just opened the next day in the 4s. So after shit like that, it's just gapped and failed and gapped and failed. I don't know how much lower I can go till maybe tomorrow. I was shorting it. I shorted it on the way up here and I cut it for a loss of 500. And then when it started turning around the 12s, I reshorted and then just added into the winner. Took it down to the 10s. I reshorted in the 10s, didn't respect me risk. I pretty much lost a good 10, 12%, 13% more than I could have got because I, again, didn't stick to my plan. And this might have more downside. We'll see. One sec. Fuck. I think you guys can see that, right? You guys can see it anyway. So I'm giving this to, I'm just trying to get Bram on, guys. Bram, click that link. Other people don't click it, otherwise you're gonna come on when I'm not meaning you to come on. We're just waiting for Bram to come on. We're gonna have a quick chat, ask and answer some questions. Just hanging on for that bad motherfucker to come in. But anyone else has questions for now? Do you have any go-to long setups? Yeah, multi-month breakouts. Like I trade them quite a lot now, and I'm tracking a hella lot of data. Hella data on them. Tracking hella data on them. What's your favorite pattern? Gap and crab, the one that I just shorted today. I made that 2K on, which was awesome. It was cool. guys, just dropped off for a second there. I'm back. I'm just trying to figure out how to fucking let this dude in. Trying to get started, yeah. Oh, there he is.
What's
All right,
up,
motherfucker.
Steven? I'm good, man.
Hey, all right.
Nice to see you in person.
Yeah, man, it's
Sure.
fucking awesome. So just to fill people in, and then we'll just ignore them, kind of thing. So
Yeah.
I decided to do a call with Bram because you followed some stuff, you followed the live streams and YouTube and all that stuff. You've been working like a motherfucker tracking data, which is my number one thing to do. So yeah, I mean, this is the best place to kind of do it, and I guess some other people can learn and stuff. But how are you, mate?
Yeah, I'm good, man. Just tracking like shit. Studying
You're
like
fucking
hell.
You're fucking Dutch, aren't you?
Yeah.
I can hear it
from my accent.
I can hear it. Whereabouts in Holland are you?
I'm in the east part of the Netherlands, like the farmers area.
All right, so
there's
like not
basically nothing to do.
Not Utrecht or Amsterdam or next to Belgium, is it or not?
It's next to Germany,
All right,
close
shit.
to Münster. Do you know
I don't
Münster?
know that. Nah, sounds like Monster Munch, but a country.
It's like middle of nowhere.
That's good, mate. You can study. So,
Yeah.
So you blew up 2 accounts before, but they're just little accounts, right?
Yeah, 2 accounts of $550 each.
That's not bad, mate. But how old are you?
I'm 17.
Say it again.
And I'm 17.
17, mate.
17.
Fuck.
Can you hear me?
Wow. Yeah. Mate, you're fucking 17. You've got loads of time to learn. I feel like giving you $500 so you can start again.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know. I want to do it on my own.
Mate, get
I'm
your mum
basically working. What?
Tell your mum to just give you $500 and say, I'm really going to make it this time.
Yeah, I did it one time. I basically blew away my dad's money. I was like, I know it all. I've got this. Lamborghini money. No. It was basically getting to my head. So, yeah. I think every beginner experiences.
But mate, you've seen what's possible, eh? Like I lost for like 3 years. I was down 15K, you know, before I made it all back. Down 15K.
That's crazy, man. Your progress, you really inspire me because just like an average guy, you are consistently making money right now.
Probably lower than average. Probably less than average.
That's fine, right? We all get there one time.
I don't remember anything people tell us. I don't remember tickers. I'm not very good at maths, and I drink constantly and get wasted.
It's okay, man. Just enjoy life.
Just I'll be me and you be you. Do you know what I mean? Just do you. Just you do you and I'll do me.
Yeah. Okay.
But all right, let's get this Excel up and let's see where you are. I'm curious to see what you've got here.
Should I open my share my screen?
No, you're good. Shit, I've just cut you off. Oh, he's back. Oh, wow, look, we're horizontal here. Right, let's share the screen. I've got it. I'll just share the entire screen. Screen 1. This is popular. We've got a few people on. Blessed this occasion. Tracking short setups 2020. Is this you?
Yeah, that's me. So I basically started tracking in February 2018. And in February this year, I'm sorry.
Hang on, let's have a look. So you've got, okay, so this is your full sheet?
Yeah, you can open up the 2 short setups screen. Yeah, the other one is the main file.
Nice, mate. I like the colors here. So do you want to talk us? I like that you've got, so healthcare is biotechs, right?
Yeah,
Or similar.
mostly biotechs. So,
Yeah,
so I just
I
talked
mean, I know a
to.
lot of these guys. One sec. So talk us through. So, for example, you've got GMPX, healthcare sector, NES, Nasdaq, the
So,
date, the date.
so yeah, ever since February 2018, I started tracking overextended gap down setups and gap and crap setups. So basically, what I first did, I really didn't have a clue what I was really doing. So before I even started thinking about trading with real money again, I wanted really to know what do I want to trade. So I tracked the gap and crap setup and the overextended gap down. So it starts with the ticker, and then I tracked the sector. The index is Nasdaq or New York Stock Exchange,
Yeah,
and I categorized them by day and date.
yeah,
And from, as you can see, when you go to the column green to red, most
yeah.
of these gap and crap and the overextended gap down stocks go from green to red, so they close at the end of the day red.
Red on the day. Red
Yeah,
on the day, or just a red daily candle.
red on the day, so after the
Yeah,
close.
perfect. So basically, did it gap and go, or did it gap and crap? Is what you're saying?
Yeah, so
Yeah,
if it gap and crap, it closed. Yeah, it had a multiple
right.
green days. And then if you look at the column percentage at open, so basically if you, let's say you look at GMPX, it was from, compared to previous close, it was 7.5% higher, and at the close it went another 7.5% higher.
But hang on,
So
let's just understand this because I think you've got it right. So GMPX overextended gap down. So basically, the percent it was open 7.5%, but it was still underneath the previous day, right? The previous day candle.
no, it was above the previous day candle, so it went
Because
a little bit higher than previous day.
but then is it an overextended gap down because it didn't gap down?
Yeah, yeah, a failed overextended gap down.
But that's confusing a bit because for an overextended gap down, it should open below the previous day's high because then you've got a resistance to short against. Do you know what I mean?
No, say it again, if you could.
So hang on, let's just bring up GMPX and we can actually have a look at this. GMPX. So which is it? This one?
It was
No,
February 18th.
February. This one. Ah, yeah, yeah, perfect, perfect.
Yeah,
So yeah, so you had this push basically on the 14th, right?
yeah, and then on February 18th, it kind of failed. It wasn't
Yeah.
really an overextended gap down.
No, that's an overextended gap down for me, for sure. For sure it is. Because, I mean, it kind of isn't. I know exactly what you mean. But as long as it's not higher than the previous day close, I know what you mean. It is, but it isn't. I totally get what you're saying.
Yeah, I was kind of confused. But there are also failures in between them, so they're not all closing red on at the end of the day. So, and from there on, you can just see I track previous close, previous high, open. So what did it open at today? High of day, low, close, and the first 10-minute, 30, and 60-minute high. So what I really see is that basically, usually in the first 10 minutes, it's not, they don't set the high of the day, but it usually happens within the first 30 minutes or 60 minutes. Do you know what I mean?
And they'll just fail. Yeah.
Yeah. And then
you've got the volume there as well.
Yeah.
In market cap and there. And you've got the news in this. Yeah, kind of know.
Those are some additional notes, but since March I tracked everything in a journal, so it was kind of unnecessary to write everything twice.
No, I think you're very, 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 very on the right track. I'll just show you my old one, if I can find it. I definitely can, because SGS. Well, I hope I've still got the data on it. The next step is to analyze the data a bit more. Yeah, I think that's. So let me just share the screen and show you this. So this is mine that I've tracked. So I'm very similar to you, right? You can see the screen?
Yeah, I can see it.
Yeah, so what was the previous day? How much did it gap up? I also track like how much did it decline from the pre-market highs? Because honestly, a lot of the stocks that come quite far off the pre-market highs, the pre-market fail is a good indication that it's going to fail. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So yeah, and then when it opens, it starts continuing failing.
Yeah.
Either
so
breaks down or spike.
Whatever its highest point was, I checked at the open how much did it decline from that highest point pre-market, the opening price.
So pre-market high compared to market open.
Yeah, exactly. And there's maybe something in there. Then I've got the same as you, or first 3, first 10, first 30, close percent, float volume. Also, what might be interesting is to compare the float versus the volume. So, like, how many times does the float rotate?
Oh, you mean float rotation. So let's say a stock is trading 10 million shares and the float is 1 million. So it's rotated 10 times. Okay.
Yeah. But honestly, what I've come to learn more than anything, I mean, tracking data is brilliant, and I'll show you some of the results that I've got. So basically, when I went into tracking the setups, I learned that from my data, when I did it way back, 60% of the stocks that gap up more than 20% fail. They just crap back out and come out red. So it's worth, I don't know if you've already done this, but it's worth summarizing your data. Like what percent in a chart, so you can see like which one's gap up and go, which one's kind of gap and hold, and which one's gap and go. And then I looked at.
I haven't really done it. But
yeah, no, I think it's good for you just to keep building your knowledge. And then the other thing is like what I started doing is like, does a stock that gaps over 50%, is it more likely to fail that one that gaps under 50%? And the results didn't really show much. So any other findings I've got really? Pre-market, so like that's another one. Like when the stock declines, do you know how I was just talking about when it declines, when it opens like more than 10% away from what its pre-market high was?
Oh, so the decline, yeah, I understand.
So if it declined more than 8% from its high, it had a 54% chance of washing. So more than half that declined from the pre-market highs, more than 10% would wash. So, does that make sense?
Yeah.
But so this data really helped me quite a lot, and I used it quite a lot. But so this is just one way to take your data to the next level. But to be honest, what got me really, really good at getting these gap and craps is by adding a few fundamentals and looking at the daily a bit more as well. So what I mean by that is, you can see the charts, right?
Yeah. So
what I started to do was say, what did the stock do? This is APDN. I started like, so I know me data, right? I know that most stocks that gap up fail. They'll generally maybe spike 10% before the fail. The ones that give back gains pre-market are more likely to fail. But what was more important is like looking at the chart on the daily and thinking, this is the main thing I do now, which works. So like say today I looked at APDN, gap and crap. And I thought, and I says, okay, then it was trading a couple of million pre, which means generally it'll trade about 18 million. It'll trade 9 times what it traded pre-market. So what did it do the last time? It traded about 20 million, 25 million. Well, the last time it gapped up and failed. You see this on the 16th?
Mm-hmm.
And then I thought, well, what did it do the last time it gapped up before then? And that's this day, well, it gapped up and failed. And the one time it ran when it didn't gap up, it closed in the 18s. Everyone's expecting that it's going to run 2 days, 3 days. It opened up the next day in the 5s. So what I think, and I try and put together a bigger picture on top of the data that I've got, think it ran once and it opened at 5. So there's no trust for anyone in the stock. And since then, it's never been able to put more than 1 day in. Gapped and failed, ran once, give it all back, gapped and failed. So on the same volume, with no trust in the stock, and a history of it never running, my thesis is, yes, pre-market, people might be able to push it up. Maybe hedge funds might be able to push it up. But the first second this shows any weakness, everyone's going to get out because everyone knows that it's not going to run multiple days.
And then you attack the backside.
So then you can take the backside. I mean, yes, it's low float. Yes, it's high volume. Yes, it's shown big range to go from the 4s to the 8s. This stock can go 100% on this volume. So, like, yeah, for sure, the whoever the market maker is might push it up from 8 to 13. But you can guarantee no one in the right mind, when the real volume comes in at the start of the day, no one in the right mind is going to want to be in APDN, and look, honestly, it was the same with MBGY, which I don't know if you saw the MG, what the fuck's it called, MGDY?
What do you mean?
Stupid chipper. You'll have it on your list.
MDGY.
But anyway, MBGY, right?
I don't think I have MBGY.
It's right there. Okay, but anyway, what I'm just trying to explain, and also if you look at the news, I always look at the news now as well. So I'll look at what's the stock's range. You know what I mean? What's the stock's volume, and when did it last trade this much volume? And what did it do the last 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 times? It traded this volume at this kind of percentage increase. And you can evaluate more likely what it's going to do.
Yeah, so when you are tracking your stocks, how did you learn from someone else all those indicators, or did you really through experience?
Nah, I basically, so I'll just go back to my Excel. What I started doing is, I was tracking data and I was getting some results, and it was okay. But then I started clicking like, what does the long-term chart look like? And the ones with downtrend and terrible charts tend to fail much more because obviously people don't have confidence in the stock, so they'll sell at the open at the first sign of weakness. Then what really made a change is I started looking at history. I was like, look, in the past 5 years, has it gapped up and failed before? And nearly every single stock that gapped up and failed in the past would gap up and fail in the future. And that was more important than any other data I could find. Because basically stock traders look to the past to predict the future. And then it becomes a prophecy.
So the gap and grab is really your number one setup?
Yeah, dude. I mean, that was the first setup I ever got profitable on. I know it better than anything else. The only advice that I'd give you is you've got the data, you've tracked them all, you can spot them, you know what they look like. All I would say is try and now look at the bigger picture and think again, how much, like, say, with APDN, look, it's going to trade about 20 million volume today. Has it traded 20 million before, and what did it do when it did? So obviously, APDN, I'm watching it in the morning, gap up 80%. What did it do the last time it traded the same volume and it gapped up 80%? Well, from 450 to 8, That's pretty much 80%. The volume's similar, and it will just do exactly the same thing because people are using the past to predict the future.
Yeah.
And honestly, the only other things you need to add in are, what's the float? It's very low. So if the float's low, if the float's low and the volume's relatively high, it doesn't matter that the volume's high or the float's low, because it's still, the volume was high and the float was low on the 15th of April and it failed. The volume was high and the float was low on the 2nd of March and it failed. So it doesn't really matter that the volume was the low float, high volume. It does, but it doesn't change what the stock's done in the past. So why would it change what it's going to do in the future? The only thing you need to be a bit careful of is that it might be a bit more volatile. You might get a bit more range, a bit more spike, and be prepared to stop out, because every now and then fucking shit just doesn't make sense in the market.
Yeah, I've seen that.
But
yeah, I'm just trying every day 1% better.
But does that? And then the only other thing I'd say is, I don't want to give you too much, but check the news. So, for example, with APDN, and this is on YouTube recorded, so you can watch this back. But Bram, I'm trying. Honestly, I promise you, if you take these extra steps, trading's going to U-turn and you're going to start making money. So please have faith and trust in me that I'm giving you the right advice, and this advice will help you get profitable. Like, just have faith and trust us. Like, if you look at APDN, you know what the first thing I noticed was? If you go on finance.yahoo.com.
Yeah, sure.
Look how much money they're making. Can you see this revenue and earnings?
Oh, that little column, yeah.
They lose every single year. They lose nearly tens of millions of dollars. So 12 million in 16, 12 million in 17, 11 million in 18, and 8 million in 19. So they lose about 10 million a year, right? And they're a biotechnology company, so they don't make any money. They just lose 10 million a year. And then when I looked at the news that made this stock gap, because it's very important, just go on finance.yahoo.com, check the news, and just start reading it and think, is this news worthy of a company that loses $10 million a year? Is it worthy of the stock being up 80%, or is it worthy of the stock running? So when I read the news, Applied DNA and Taki's biotech announces. So basically it said, beyond expectations, a single injection of DNA in mice, so it's not humans, it's animals, a single injection of DNA in mice antibodies that block the infection of SARS-CoV-2. So COVID, obviously coronavirus is hot roll inside, but a small biotechnology company that loses 10 million a year, it's not going to solve coronavirus. Like, companies are solving coronavirus now. They've invented vaccines and tested them on people. So this company that's saying we've injected some mice, like, that's not going to fix coronavirus anytime soon. Do you know what I mean?
It's basically fluff, right?
It's not. It's fluff. It's fluff. They've just thought, get some mice, find an antibody, inject one of them, and we'll put a press release on. So basically, you've got to think, this stock's up 80%. It loses 10 million a year. Every time it's gapped up before, it's failed on the similar kind of volume. It fucks its shareholders every time it does have one green day. It opens up right at the bottom the next day. And it's like, in the fucking news release is a punt to try and get coverage on coronavirus, but it's doing a terrible job.
So do
you know what I mean? And then
you're building your case with indicators, bearish indicators.
And so what's bullish? Yes, low float, high volume. But I would counteract that and say, but the last 4 times it had low float, high volume, the same gap, the same float, and the same volume, it failed all of those times. So I don't count that as bullish, but I will be careful. I'll respect it.
And then you start to short small on the front side, or don't even
try. So I fucked up today, like I was just telling you. So
yeah.
APDN, I just got FOMO and I started shorting. I took a little bit in the 10s. When I started going through the 11s and 12s, I just cut it and took a $500 loss, because I knew it should go down, but I shouldn't have been so aggressive. What got it for me is it never showed weakness all the way up. So you've got a tiny drop, comes back up, tiny drop, comes back up. When it broke this pattern pre-market, yeah. And by the way, when a stock has a 7% decline before it opens, what does it do? Washes. There's the wash. Tiny spike, but then a wash. It really broke this pattern at 9:15, 9:14. Do you see it?
Let me pull up my chart.
Hang on. Can you see this pattern here?
Yeah. And from there on, the backside is really starting to form, right?
Yeah. And why do you think the pattern breaks at 9:17?
Why?
The answer is because this stock fails every single time. So everyone's terrified that when the market opens, they're going to get annihilated.
So they get the bulls get out, take their losses, or stupid bulls get in.
I think Roland Wolf was long list, so I'm not gonna.
Sorry, I'm not gonna bash you.
What I would think, I think everyone knows this has got range, this stock, but everyone knows it fails on day two. So everyone knows that this stock fails every time it gaps. It fails every time it gaps. But pre-market, when the volume's light, it's very easy for someone to just push it up, push it up, push it up, push it up, squeeze the shorts, squeeze the shorts. But when the volume comes in, ultimately, like when the shit really hits the fan, this stock has never ran before. It ran once, but it's never gapped up and gone. It's never done it before. So all traders, I think, well, I'm not at the open. If it doesn't rip crazy, I'm just going to get straight out. So it just fails, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So if I can just remind you of a few things to add to your strategy. I think the Excel is brilliant, but where I got really profitable is when I started looking like holistically big picture. The Excel keep on tracking because you're constantly looking at charts, you're constantly seeing how things work. But what I'd have to say is check how much money the company makes or loses. And if it makes money, don't short it because it's legit. If any company makes money, like they can lie about press releases, but they can't lie about financial figures. If you go on finance.yahoo.com, I can give you the link later. All you have to do is scroll down. It gives you the cash profit and loss. Check if it makes money. Check how legitimate the news release is. Check how high the volume is to see a comparable date of how it performed in the past with that volume. And check what it did the last time it performed similarly on the daily. And also, obviously, look if the chart's going down or up.
And do you also look at the SEC filings or quick skim?
Yeah, sometimes. Nah, not really. Like almost never, because I'm not clever enough to understand them.
I do it sometimes. I look at basically those dilution filings: S1, S3, 44, B5.
Yeah.
But
I look at them as well. I look for the ATMs, but not often, because generally the price action will tell you what's going on anyway. Do you know what I mean? The SEC kind of confirms it.
So it's a bit unnecessary to look at the SEC filings then?
No, because if you see something's got loads of dilution, then you just take much more size on it because it's a higher chance it's going to fail. But I've just not really looked at them too much. I just haven't. I don't know why. Maybe it's being lazy a little bit. But that's the gap crap.
And it's nice to talk to someone really who is already in the game for so long, because basically I have no one to talk to around me.
I can talk to you. We're gonna talk. We're gonna talk about it.
And it's always nice to talk with other traders because it's basically very fucking mental, and nobody around in my family really understands it, and I keep it to myself. So
are your parents not like, stop gambling? Do you know when I started trading, my boss told, don't do it no matter what. Me mom and dad said, don't do it no matter what. Now, like, my mom and dad are like, wow, Stephen, you made 10K. They're like, they're dead excited now.
Yeah, my parents also think it's gambling.
It's not gambling. I'll give his mom's phone number. I'll talk to her.
I was just already going crazy by the quarantine. So
No, but mate, like honestly, like I'm disappointed that I got into trading. Like I got into trading at about 29, and I'm 32 now. So I'm gutted I got into it late. But someone your age, with where you've got the capacity, where you're not on the drink trying to shag glasses all the time. Like you're at the golden age to like study. I'm jealous.
yeah,
But
I've
like
also read quite a lot of trading books. Like you mentioned in one of the Steady Trade podcasts, Trading in the Zone. It's a very good
it's a
one.
very good one. It's
And I
a
also
very good
watched
one.
a seminar of Mark Douglas. It's available on YouTube free. It's 14 hours about trading psychology.
That's crazy. But get obviously that's important, but get your shit down with your patterns as well, because that's what's going to make you the money. Once you start, because what I've found is the more I'm good at trading, the less I need to work on psychology because most things go my way. Do you know what I mean? I'm not like trying to fight discipline because I do it right in the first place. But like mate, just to show you one more, like if you see SAEX, how similar is it to APDN? You've got the high levels of volume, you've got the gap up and fail, gap up and fail, gap up and fail. Yeah, on the 5th, on the 13th, gap up and fail, gap up and fail. Yeah, it ran multiple days, but it didn't gap up. So do you see the distinction, if you know what I mean?
So
You've got to look at what did it do when it gapped up, what did it do when it ran from the ground, because it's two different patterns.
yeah,
So
it starts to make sense. I'm a bit camera shy, but
no, I don't give a fuck. There's only about 30 people watching. I don't give a fuck about the people watching. I just knew this was an easy way to screen record on different screens. But have you developed the knowledge to go to the next level now?
right now,
Yeah, nah.
not yet. Yeah, I don't want to throw my money away again. So yeah,
No,
coming months I'm really gonna study. I'm already doing it, but it's like
what do you work as?
what?
What's your job?
I work in a distribution center.
Distribution tent.
Yeah, center.
What do you distribute?
Part time.
Like beer or something?
No, it's like you know the grocery stores need food supplies, and I work there part time.
That's cool, man.
It's basically doing the same shit every time. It's a bit mental, but so that motivates me to keep on going and growing as a trader.
You will, bro. You're making the right progress. I would what the best advice I'd give you is stop building the case. How many bullish signs? How many bearish signs? And hit us up on Instagram, mate. And I will never not reply to you if you say to me, Stephen, here's the ticker that gapped up today. I've got this down for bullish. I've got this down for bearish. What do you think? And dude, when you start getting it 7 out of 10 bearish, 2 bullish, you'll start fucking making a lot of money in the market. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if you start saying it's a low float, but the news sounds like rubbish, and it's every time it gaps, it fails. If you start saying stuff like that, so I've got and say that's a low float, it might spike 3% at the open, but I'd shorten into that spike. What do you think? I'd say I'll get back every time on it.
Yeah. Okay, that's cool. Thank you.
But I just don't like seeing people fail, mate. And you're young and you've got a lot of potential, so I want you to. Have you seen Tim Grattani's DVD?
Yeah.
Good.
I'm about to watch it again.
Yeah, the overextended gap downs. That's such a beautiful setup, mate.
It's really he's really good. Right now I'm watching the Investors Live. What's it called?
Tandem Trader.
Yeah, Tandem Trader.
Mate, that's fucking unreal as well. but like, mate, you're following all of the right steps. I saw trading tickers. I saw Tandem Trader. I watched them both about 4 times. I went through the Excel that you went through. the only thing I can say is it's hard, but you need to start being able to put the big picture together by understanding the news overall, by understanding the long-term chart and how it's behaved in the past. Oh, mate, one other thing that's piece of advice that I can never give you. I'll just check. Have you got any highish floats on? Hang on one sec. See what if you've got some float. A lot of these floats that you're tracking out, you've got like a 96 million one here. What's that? The higher float ones, that's an overextended gap down. I'll just tell you, I've got all these tickers as well. And mate, I'll just tell you one thing, the higher floats, if you've got less volume and a higher float and it's a downtrending chart, it's more likely to fail, right? Because a lot of the float, do you understand what I'm saying? I wish I had a ticker.
Yeah, so yeah, the higher the floats, the easier it is for the stocks to fail, because I watched multiple live streams of yours.
Yeah,
just like VXRT is generally failing, or
if you remember VXRT, I'm going to be shocked. Hang on, because I don't remember any tickers ever. Hang on.
Or wasn't it?
Yeah, mate, it is. So
VX was the higher.
Perfect example, mate. You're a smart kid. So the thing with VXRT, especially like say on this day here, on the 19th when it ran, so it ran on like 30 million, right? Okay, I keep on doing that. Hang on. You got it now, right?
Yeah.
So on VXRT on the 19th of March when it ran 30 million.
Ja, ik ben even bezig. Nee, ik ben even bezig, hoor. Sorry. That was my brother.
Okay. Makes us feel at home. But like, do you see? So I'll just give you this as one last thing. So this isn't a perfect example, but it's an example. So on the 4th of October, this stock gapped and pushed, right? So the float's 70 million, and you've got 20 million worth of people buying all the way up. So if you've got people buying in the 4s, the 5s, the 6s, the 7s, you can say maybe a lot of the people in the float of the 60 million float, or at least it traded 18 million shares. So you'd say a good 7, 8 million, 9 million are probably in from about 620. Then they didn't cut it, and then it went all the way down to the 2s. Right?
Yeah.
So people are holding that position. So there's 7 million shares worth of people stuck at a higher position cost. And then what do you think they do when it pushes back up to the 5s?
It's going to fail in resistance.
They all sell, right? But everyone's going to sell because they've been stuck in the stock from over here, which means the stock goes all the way back down. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And
so
then
just to holders.
Yeah. Yeah, already. Yeah, begin to understand it. Yeah. I'm like a bit in front of camera. Everything.
Mate, you're not doing anything bad at all. You're not doing anything bad. If anything, you're being fucking receptive to the information. But do you have any other questions? Or I feel like you need to go back, watch this a couple of times, and then come back and ask us a question after.
So yeah, number one question I have. So sometimes I have incredible amounts of doubt if I should continue or not. So what would your advice be? So I have that negative little voice in my head that's saying,
I'd say get a flight to Dubai, get your mom to give you $1,000, and I'll teach you, and go and have a doubt. Mate, don't be stupid, mate. Don't ever. So, like, mate, you already get most of the stuff. You're just missing a few things here and there. What I would do is I'd say I'm not all right. Don't ask yourself this question. What you need to ask yourself is, don't worry about trading. Say, can I master one setup, or can I master two setups? Like, can I just master? Like, say, pick one setup, the stocks that gap up and fail, the gap and craps. Say, can I just be the master of that setup? And the way traders learn, the way Tim Grittani learned, is you master one setup, then you get good at it, then you master a second setup, then you get good at it, then you master a third and a fourth and a fifth. Just like you obviously seem to get gap and craps and overextended gap downs. Pick which one you like the most I'd say gap and craps because they happen more often, and fucking master it. Print out every daily, print out every intraday, put them all over your wall, and just say, like, I don't care about trading, I care about fucking mastering this setup. Put $500 into account and only trade when that setup comes. And I guarantee you in 3 months you would have made money because you already know it well enough.
Yeah, that's really good advice. Focus on mastering one setup. I haven't really thought about that yet. I've never heard that. Master only focusing. Yeah, I've heard the phrase focusing on one setup, but not focusing about trading, focusing on mastering one setup.
Mate, that's how I did it. Mate, trading. Do you know what trading's full of dickhead New York rich geniuses? Like you're not going to be able to beat them at trading everything. So just trade one thing and be better at it than anyone else, so you can beat everyone else at it.
Yeah, and I also need to remind myself 1 year from now, 3 years from now, if I really stick to it every day, I can really make exponential progress.
Mate, I text me mum and dad after every trading day and say, I made this, I made that. And me and me mum and dad are on the phone to each other in shock. Like, you'll not fucking believe what's possible, mate. And the thing is, though, the period of losing goes on forever, a long time. But mate, and then you get a long period of like getting it, and then you're making 600 and losing 400, or making 200 and losing 200. But then all of a sudden, like this year for me, mate, I was just fucking boomed and made 20K straight away, and I'm like, what the fuck just happened? And there's no sign of slowing down yet. So it will happen overnight, but it's not overnight. It's a product of years.
Yeah, that's true.
But
probably begun studying since last year October, but I've been interested in the market since 2017 or so. So
you've been studying since when? October 18 or October 19? October 18.
Yeah, October 18 I started trading, then ups and downs, and since September, October last year I really started studying every day, almost every day, every week.
Yeah, I can from what you can say and from what your knowledge is, I don't think you're far from nailing one setup. Trading profitably, the market it's took me 4 years, and I've had loads of help from loads of people. But I started by being profitable in one setup, and then I got profitable in a second setup. That's the way to work it. So just nail the gap and craps for now, and let's print off, screenshot every single stock that gaps of 25%, and compare all the charts. Why did that one spike? Why did that one not spike? What happens if it starts to fail pre-market first? Do you know what I mean? Check them.
Yeah.
Start reading them. Well.
I'm already kind of doing that. I don't know if I can maybe share my screen. I have a separate folder of all those stock charts.
Me too. Me too. I've got hundreds.
Yeah, it's called short gap and crap overextended gap down. I can show it.
Dropbox folder. Can you share screen? I don't know if you can. I think I'm like in charge of this stuff.
I don't know if you see my screen. Wait.
Nah.
Share audio. Do you see anything or?
Nah, I see Brent saying I remember some videos when Stephen was struggling and looked like he wanted to give up, but it was good he didn't. See, mate, I was ready to quit about 10 different times. I don't see, but I know exactly what you're going to show us. It's going to be, is it the dailies and the intras and it's screenshots of all the tickers, organized stuff like that. I do the same thing, mate. I'm doing, let's see what I've got. So basically, I've got breakouts because I'm tracking breakouts, but you've got them like this. Breakouts, oh fuck, what am I doing every time? So it's like breakouts that worked, breakouts that failed. See, there was only one in fucking March that I tried. I only started tracking. So I've got like all the breakouts and charts, and I save the daily and the intraday. So if you do that for shorts as well. What software are you on?
What do you mean? What software?
Do you use something for charting?
Yeah, Thinkorswim mobile app.
Mobile app?
Yeah.
I suppose you're a fucking millennial or whatever.
Yeah.
So it works and shit, and you can analyze stuff.
Yeah, it's basically they say it's delayed, but it's actually real time.
Cool. All right, dude. Download Yahoo Finance app as well on your mobile phone.
Yeah, I already have it.
Start in the cash. Add if you want to keep on tracking the Excels, which you should. Add do they make money? Add do they have a history of gapping and failing? And add to what happens when they decline more than 10% off the pre-market highs. It's 3 more good things to check.
Yeah.
Right.
And I really need to remember myself, just to enjoy the journey. I mean, it's a long journey.
Dude, it's a terrible one. It's terrible. It's terrible at the time. It's terrible, but once you start getting more, you start achieving more stuff, then then you get jealous. Like I'm jealous of that journey, but I'm still on it, mate. I still study hours and hours every day to learn more setups. So for me, I've got gap and crap. I've got overextended gap down. Now I'm doing multi-month breakouts, multi-day, multi-week, multi-month breakouts. I'm trying to master them. So that's what I'm just doing setup by setup, just like you. You're just doing your first one.
And then afterwards, once you master one setup, you go on to the next slowly but surely.
Yeah. And then what I've started to do is like learning how to shorten the resistance and stuff, which is the next level again. Just you've seen the market so much, you can see how it works. But yeah, your first thing is just get profitable with one setup. When are you going to put $500 in your account?
Probably after I turn 18. So
how old are you now? 17.
17. Yeah, I need parental permission and that stuff. I've done it in the past with with my dad's account. Blew up 2 times.
Dude, do you know how many accounts I've blown up? I'm overall profitable now. I've made everything back, but the journey of learning, must have blown up more than 15 accounts.
Jesus Christ! I probably want to avoid that,
but go on.
Yeah, but I'm really starting to see progress. If I look back 1 year ago and now, I really understand way more. So
that's the only thing you need to think. Like, don't think can I do it or not. Think how much have I learned in the last year, and if I study even harder, how much more will I know in the next year? And would I be able to be profitable? Do you think you'd be able to be profitable if you studied really hard every day and had an even bigger learning gap than this time last year? Could you be profitable, do you think? And you're only focused on one setup?
Yeah.
You think you could be profitable?
Yeah, I think definitely. I have confidence in being profitable. After blowing up 2 times, but those 2 times I was longing, and yeah, I was basically laying on bed searching for tickers, and I put in some orders on Trade Zero app. On the Trade Zero app, yeah.
Yeah, dude. You need a short though, right? If you're gonna do gap and crap, you need to get the borrow, so you might need Trade Zero. I'm not sure how good I think that's well. But
yeah, I've used Trade Zero for my funding my account and trading with it. Oh, Thinkorswim only for the charts.
Okay, so when do you turn 18?
June 27th this year.
Oh my God, that's pretty soon. Are you gonna have $500 to put in your account on June 27th?
Yeah.
Right. So let's catch up at the start of July. Right, and we'll do this again. Study the gap and crap like fucking crazy. I reckon. I mean, you're a digital person, but printing the charts out helped me a little bit. Just keep track of all the setups and start looking at the dailies to just see comparisons and things that you can just see what you can spot. Hit us up on Instagram. I don't know. I can't think of anything else to say. So I don't really try and help people very often face to face. I can't be bothered. I used to do it and I got sick of it. But you've been on every one of my live streams, so I thought I have to speak to you.
Yeah, thank you, man. I appreciate it.
Sorry, mate, but just stick in. Don't ever quit. Mate, try and do a couple of hours every day of study. Just try and get a couple of hours in. Are you at school or not?
Yeah, I'm still going to college, but
Don't
it's not
do that anymore.
it's not going that well because I don't even like it.
Uh, Stop that right away. Stop
my,
that right away.
my my parents basically forced me to go.
What are
They're
you
like,
studying?
I'm studying international business, but I don't really,
Yeah,
yeah, I don't really know what I'm going to do with it in the first place. So
you just want to be a trader or what?
yeah, definitely.
It's
Because
cool,
yeah,
dude.
I think it's kind of unique to find my passion such early on. I came,
Yeah, it's very weird. It's very weird.
yeah,
You're
maybe I was
very
a
young.
stockbroker in a different in an other life, or a trader in another life. I mean,
No, but seriously, I don't know how you got so interested so young, but it's a very good sign. And you're in it for the love of the game, not for the love of the money
yeah,
just now. It's awesome. It's a great sign as well. Um, just keep at it, mate. And the other things to look for, mate, is like I say, you don't ever want to short a gap and crap that runs multiple days as well. Anything that runs 2 and 3 days in a row is people will think it might gap and run 2 and 3 days again. You've got it. Basically, the last piece of advice I'll leave you on is you basically it's a game of thinking what other people are thinking. Do you know what I mean? Or does that sound weird?
I couldn't really hear it. Can you say it again, please?
Trading is just a game of thinking about what other people are thinking. So
Oh yeah, so thinking where the people are going long, where people are going short,
exactly,
and where the
and
back
thinking
holders are, that kind
exactly,
of stuff. Yeah, okay.
mate, and how much and say there's a lot of volume today and the float's low. That means that if the float's low and there's lots of volume, there's no bag holders because the float will rotate. So then you can't really guess what people are thinking as well as you could. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
All right, I think I have full belief that you can be profitable trading one setup for now, and then you can work on others. I'll help you with them a little bit. But I have full belief you can nail gap and craps. I have full belief because I've done it, and you're smarter than me at a younger age, or as smart. Like you've got the setups down and shit. You know what I mean?
I think it's more about discipline than being smart. So smart
I
traders
would.
fail.
Nah, they do. But what? Why do you worry about discipline? Like if you stick to one setup and you've got the entry points of where it spikes and where it fails, and what ones fail and what ones run. Why are you worried about discipline?
Because yeah, last year in June, it was probably around June, mid-June. It was basically one ticker, and I blew up my entire account on one ticker.
What did you do?
It was a ticker called LGPC, and I went long, and I basically traded it midday. I was like,
That's
I saw the
that's
move from
cool.
seven to $10, and I was like, damn, I missed that move. So I entered at 10.50, 11, and I started shorting, which I didn't do ever before, and it was like going in, going out.
Nice. So you need to fix that yourself. I can't help you with that. But whether you need to read the that book again, Trading the Zone. But the only other thing I'll say to you is 95% of stock traders lose, right?
Yeah,
So when you're shorting, you should be shorting into strength because you should be selling when losers are buying if 95% of people lose. And when you're selling, you should be selling when people are buying because you want to do the opposite to everyone else to be successful because 95% of people lose. So short into strength, cover into weakness. When you're going long, generally buy weakness and sell into strength. Depends though on multi-month breakouts, you often buy strength, but you just don't chase because that's what everyone who loses does.
yeah, that's true. So for, let's say I start with a very small account, with how many shares would you recommend that I trade it? 50 or?
All in.
Yeah.
Nah, mate. Look, mate, you fucking trade zeros free if you're short 100 or 200, right? If you're on the ask short and you get filled into the strength, you don't pay commission. So just what I would love to see you do is have $500 in your account in July. I'll work with you on Instagram and stuff. We'll ask each other questions. Don't trade unless you've got a gapper over 25-30%, and we'll discuss it together. And over July, August, and September, that's all your trades. And we'll get you to work to be refined at knowing what gaps crap and what gaps go and what gaps do nothing and where to short them and how to spot where to short them. Let's do that together in July. And once you get profitable on one setup for a couple of months, then I think you'll start figuring stuff out yourself. But for July and August, I'll help you get the one setup. And if you blow up, it's not my fault, it's your fault. If it's bad discipline, if I tell you something about the short and you short it, then I'll give you $100 or something as sorry. But
yeah, and you would recommend the Trade Zero Pro platform? Everything in one.
I've had some errors. With Zero Free recently, but
you use level 2 a lot, or you just look at the chart?
I would recommend you use level 2 probably. I mean, I use it, but I don't know how much it helps us. I don't know if it's a help or a hindrance half the time. But nah, you should be using level 2 because, like, you can see on the Nasdaq sometimes when the stock spikes, and then you see a heavy ask when the stock spikes, it means it's going to hit a wall, and that's generally when you know it's going to fail and you know to short into it. But
so basically, yeah,
you probably need level 2, mate.
Yeah.
You need level 2, and you need semi-good charting, and you need something that's going to tell you what the gappers are on the day. That's it.
Yeah. So yeah, right now I have around $900 saved up, so I'm probably gonna start with 750s for commissions, etc.
But you shouldn't be paying commissions anyway. But I put
for the Zero Pro platform. I mean, I think. Yeah.
So put 700 in or whatever. Like, that's all I did when my discipline was terrible. Like I told you, I blew up like 8 accounts, but they were $500 accounts. And then I started turning 500 into $3,500, and then 500 into 4, then 500 into 5. And I thought, wow, this is cool. And then I started turning 1 into 5, then 1 into 10, and now it just keeps going. You know what I mean? So starting small is, if you're good at a pattern, you can start dead small, and you'll double your account in no time.
So all in would be a very good approach, or just.
When I had my $500 account, I was all in with leverage times 6. But that's because if I lost $500, it didn't really matter to us because I'm older and I don't have kids or anything, or even a girlfriend. I wish I had one, but I don't have anyone to rely on. So if I lost 500, I didn't care. I just add another 500. But for you, I would really recommend, like, basically with a $700 account, you don't want to be losing more than you should. Honestly, you should be winning about, with gap and craps, you should be winning 70 to 80% of the time. Honestly, if you're doing it right and you pick the right ones, you should be winning 70 to 80% of the time. So your losses should be no more than $50. If you go down more than $50, you need to be out. But you should be able to take gains of $150 to $200. So risk 50 to make 152, and that $700 account will quickly go to 9, 1.1, 1.3, 1.4.
Yeah.
Then withdraw it, and then just play off your profits. But mate, I'll help you do it. I'm not proud of it, but I've had people who have helped in the past where I've just told them what to do, and they've doubled their account from 1 to 2K.
Yeah.
So to a degree, I'll help you just so you can grow your account faster and withdraw the profits so your mom isn't giving you a hard time.
Yeah, I understand it. But for me, if I even make 1K a day, it's like what? So such a young age. 1K a day is like 3 months of work for me.
No, man, I know. It's but even for me, like making 2 grand a day, like making 2 grand, like I'll wake up tomorrow morning, I'll go for a run and be like, I made 2 grand a day. I made 2 grand yesterday. That's pretty fucking good.
But after a while, it kind of fades away. I think after you make it consistently, it's not that special anymore because you love the game more.
I just want to be consistent more than anything. That's for me as well. Like so, like say I made the 10K a month last month. Like now, I just feel pressure to make it again. So like when I make 2 grand a day, I don't feel like, oh great, I made 2 grand. I feel like good, protect that 2 grand. You made like I made 1.2 on Thursday, on Friday, so that's like all right, you're up 3.2 or 3.3 thousand this month. You've got 7.7 to go. Like I don't think, oh great, I treat it like a job. I'm like, great, you've got 7.7 to go. Because I want to consistently have these 10K months, right? I don't want it to be a one-off.
Yeah, it's really great. Yeah, it really inspires me that you are consistent after 3.5 years. I see your profits, but the profits really don't inspire me that much. But really, yeah, living life on my own terms. That's really my number one goal.
Dude, I'll get hookahs whenever I want. I'm joking.
And I will bring in the whiskey. Can even legally drink.
But I mean, so what's the date now? We've got May 4th. So keep in touch with us, mate. Start telling us, hit us up on Insta when you see the gappers, and the more work you show towards me, the more I'll give back to you.
Yeah, okay.
All right?
Yes. Okay.
We're going to get you profitable. All right. I don't know if you have...
I also, yeah, in the summer I also work my part-time job, so I need to find a routine to really get ahead in the summer.
But are you watching the markets every single day?
Yeah. Watching
what you'll get it, dude. You'll get it. Just pay more attention to one particular setup, and then obviously watch the overextended gap downs and stuff like that.
And you think this gap and crap setup will still be there in 3 months, 4 months?
Dude, it's been there for the last 4 years. It's been there for the last 10 years. It's gonna be there for the next fucking 50 years, man. It's never going away. Because patterns don't change, dude. Patterns don't change because human behavior doesn't change. And companies basically tell lies to gap the stock up when the volume's light pre-market. It'll never go away. Never.
Yeah, okay, yeah. I mean, I'm kind of, yeah. The only thing that worries me a bit is that I will blow up right away, but I need to really get that out of my head.
Well, you might, and if you do, just get pissed. You'll be in, so you can't. But just fucking don't like, mate. You've got to think: am I trading because I take this seriously and it's what I want to do for the rest of my life, or am I trading because I'm just bored and I want to feel excited?
No, it's definitely because I really feel the passion for it to do it. Because otherwise I wouldn't have tracked all this data.
Exactly. So when you put money in your account, the first thing you need to ask yourself before you ever take a trade is, am I taking this trade because it fits me criteria? Am I taking this trade because I want to make money? And once you get the answer to your question, you'll know whether to take it or not.
Yeah, that makes sense.
All right, dude. It's been good chatting to you. We've just claimed a bit over an hour. I hope that you've took some good stuff away from it. I really want to help you. So.
Yeah, thank you, Steven. Mentorship, Steven.
Dude, I got mentored from some great people, so I just want to pay it back now that I'm doing all right. Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
Understand it.
So keep at it, mate. You're doing great, and let's get you a profitable July. Make that your goal, a profitable July.
Profitable July. I'll write it there, my whiteboard.
Write it down. Write a profitable, and mate, and get a good bottle of whiskey and don't open it and say, when I get that profitable July, this is my reward.
Yeah, I will do
And I'll
that.
get and we'll do shots of it. We'll do shots of it at the end of the month when you get it.
Yeah, I
Fine.
trust. I have faith in myself. I trust it. But the only thing, I wouldn't be able to trade every single morning market time.
I work as well. I'm probably going to be. I need to see what's going to happen with my job because I can't do both at the same time, and I'm making good money decent enough money from trading. So, I've been working and trading and studying and trading. I've done it all. Just do your best and work around it how you can.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you, Steven. It has been a blessing.
You're a cool kid.
Thank you.
Study up. All right. I'll catch you in a bit.
Oh,
bye.
Bye-bye.